Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Wednesday walk and talk. I'm actually going for a little walk in a park about 10 minutes from me, and the place behind me is called the Forum. And the Forum is quite well known. Years ago you've had bands like Coldplay, Oasis and Adele have all played here. So down in Tunbridge Wells the Forum is quite a little famous, and it still has music events now. I think actually they've got a friend coming down in a couple of weeks to go to the event. Anyway, this week I'm going to be talking about jobs and applying for them. But before I do, I want to say thank you to everyone who's looking, watching, liking, commenting on the 2 videos I've made so far. Last week's was about portfolios. If you haven't seen it, please go and have a look. Hopefully it'll help you. I've had a few comments already where it's already helping some people, so please have a look. You can either go on my LinkedIn page or my YouTube channel, and because it was a lot longer last time I had to put it on YouTube. It's too long for LinkedIn. Anyway, right, yeah, it's quite nice around here. The weather's not great, as you can see, and there's a chance I might pee with rain, so let's get this done. It shouldn't be too long, this one. Let's get it done before it pees with rain. Anyway, and again, I've got some cards in my hands because at my age I can get forgetful. So bear with me if I keep looking down, looking at it. Okay. The first thing I'm going to talk about, actually, is something when I used to apply for roles, I used to think, oh my God, 400 applications, never going to have a chance. So let me give you some good news. Those 300, 400, 500 applications you see on LinkedIn when you apply, the good news is the vast majority are not right for that role. Probably 95%. So don't let it put you off. I wish I'd known that when I used to apply, because I used to think, am I wasting my time? You're not, because a lot of those will not be right for that role. So please continue applying for those roles and don't be put off because it says 400 roles or 500 applications. Most of them are not fit for that role. So that's the good news. Let's start off with some good news. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Right, now fun enough, one of the reasons I think you get so many is you've got this easy apply LinkedIn button. And I used to do it, and it's so easy that we do it, and I think we apply for jobs that actually we don't really want or maybe aren't right for, but because it's literally a couple of, press a button once or twice and it goes. And actually that's the bane of, I would say, most recruiters' lives, because too many people apply because it's too easy. It doesn't require a lot. Yes, you can upload cover letters and things if you want, but most people don't. They just press, oh, let's go for that. I think it might be right for me. And I've done that, by the way. Let's just press it and see what happens. And that's why we get so many. And, you hear a lot of recruiters say, that a lot of their time is spent looking at these and they don't get time to get back to as many people as they want. When you've got 400 or 500 applications, it ain't going to happen. So I'd actually say, only apply on that if you really, really want it, because it can take up a lot of time for those recruiters that maybe they want to use that time doing other things. So that's the good news. And a little gripe out of the way, LinkedIn apply, easy apply, worst thing they've done. Okay. Right, now this is what I'm going to say here. When applying for a role, make it as easy as you can for people like me, hiring managers, whatever you want to call them, even straight to the CDs. Make it easy for them to consider you for that role. And basically what that means is not easy applying, just sending off with no cover letter or a general website and hoping you're going to get it. The way you can make it easy for them, you want them to look at your application and go, yes, that's the sort of person I want to talk to. Looking at that work, that's who I want to speak to. Okay, so the first thing I would say, and it's something I didn't do a lot of, is sending a cover letter. Now, I remember, the example I'm going to give is, I remember a couple of years ago I saw I think Lego were looking for someone. And of course, Lego, that's a brand I'd love to work on. It's a brand that's been there throughout my life. So I really wanted it. Without even thinking, I put a cover letter together because it's a role I really wanted. It wasn't an easy apply, just send it in. This one I really wanted. Now, as we know, I'm just trying to think, let's change the route. Let's go up here a little bit, oh, it's a bit muddy. Cover letters aren't going to necessarily get you the role. But for me, what it does, it just shows that you're serious about wanting it. And I think it's really important. In fact, a month or two ago, I saw a post on LinkedIn from a creative director. I don't know him. I'm not sure what the agency was. And he actually was looking for a writer. And he actually said, those applying, you have to have a cover letter. If not, don't apply. And I understand it because what he wants is someone who really wants the job. And like I say, cover letters won't get you the role. But what it will do is show a really strong interest in that. And when you put that cover letter together, write down the reasons you want it. Not only maybe because it's a brand you've been living with for years, you've grown up with it, you love the brand, but also get across your relevant experience as well. So whatever they're looking for, make sure you get that across. Don't always rely on a recruiter to sift through your CV or go through your work to try and find out what those relevant experience is. Put it out front. I'm going to get lost here. Where am I going? I'm going to go through here. So let me give you an example. Last year I had a brief. I had to go and find a CD writer led with financial experience, and the reason was they were going to be looking after one of the biggest financial brands in the country. Now, it's obvious that they're going to need to see someone with financial experience. If you're a junior to mid and you're growing into it, maybe you don't need to see a lot. But as a creative director who's going to be running it, they're going to have some experience. So I had a lot of people apply. When I looked at the work, there was just no financial experience on there. And so I'm thinking, well, why are you applying for this role? Now, others might have one or two little bits. But you've got to, if you're applying for a role that's specific like that, show your relevance, guys. Don't just send a general PDF or website in and expect someone to look through that and go, oh yeah, I can see where his experience is, because there's none. But even if you've got one or two pieces, put in your covering letter or whatever you want to call it. Say, hey, Tony, or hey, whoever, I know on my website, my PDF, I've only got one financial brand, but throughout my career, I've worked on this, and this. And by the way, please find attached some work to some brands I've worked on. Great. So your website or your PDF may not have all that experience this agency is looking for. Because what I do now as a creative, I used to have all these separate folders: FMCG, shopper marketing, financial, alcohol, cars. And if someone ever said to me, hey, Tone, I haven't seen it on your website, but have you got anything? I go, great. And I'd send them the work that I've collected over the years. So make sure when you apply for this role, guys, that any relevant experience you have, please put it in there. Don't just send a general PDF or website with nothing, no cover letter, and expect to get put through or expect to get a call. You've got to make sure you get across your relevant experience. Otherwise, you're going to reduce your chances of getting that role. So please have a look at that. We've got to understand one size doesn't fit everything. Your one website isn't going to get you every single job. It may get you some, but where you need that relevant experience, please make sure you get it across to that hiring manager. I hate that word, hiring manager, but anyway, recruiter, CD, whoever it is. I'm just checking out my next couple of points because these are quite short in here. Okay, so that's the main thing really. When you're applying for a role, guys, make sure you make it easy for the person to see your relevant experience. And whether you send a PDF, cover letter, whatever, it might seem a bit, I've got to go through all this. But you know what? If you do that, it shows that you really want the role. And it's just not an easy apply button. Now, the other thing I notice a lot is, obviously I see a lot of freelance posts on there, people looking for freelance. And when when I look underneath, a lot of time I just see from people, I'm in, I'm free, I'm available, and that's it. You can't expect the person who's looking to suddenly remember who you are and then click on your name, go through to the database, look at all your work, are you relevant? Again, make it easy for that person to consider you for the role. So if you do see a freelance post looking for a designer, etc., then do you know what? Don't just put I'm available. I DM them, get their email, send it through, and remind them, hey Tone, hope you're well. Just seen you're looking for a freelancer designer who has got experience doing, I'm making this up, PowerPoint presentations. I've got loads of them. Here's some links to the work. Please consider me. So right away, you're making it obvious to me that you're going to be a great fit. But when people just say, I'm free, I'm available, you've got to then expect that person to click on your name, go for it. Now, that person will sometimes will remember you, but there'll be a lot of time they don't. So again, make it easy for people to pick up the phone and call you because you're relevant for the job. Now that's it really. This week's a bit quicker than last week. It's very simple, a few little tips on improving your chances of getting that role. I hope this helps. Again, keep looking out for these. Please like it, please share it. If it can help you in any way, even if it's one person, I'll be really, really happy. But yeah, like I said, it hasn't rained since I've been here, so I'm really pleased about that. Hope you're enjoying your Wednesdays. Hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next week. See you later.